I'm sure that if you're watching this video, you don't need me to go on an explanatory rant about what the FMV game genre is. You probably find FMV games amusing and fascinating, just like I do. But you probably haven't spent too much time thinking about this one. It's not one of the games that gets covered very often. Not only is this game bizarre and inexplicable and difficult, it's also unpleasant. And arguably problematic. It certainly touches on some subject matter. So here's your content warning. Content warning all. Just all. And yet I can't stop thinking about it. I need to understand this game before I can let it go. And that's the journey that we're about to go on together. A journey towards understanding. I mean, somebody has to do it. No, that's a lie. Nobody has to do this, but I'm going to do it anyway for some reason.
People think if you have psychic powers, the world is yours to control. That's a load of crap. Hey, if I could predict the future, there'd be a few less dead bodies. Welcome to the Pruka Lounge. My name is Eric Fox, better known as the Psychic Flash. There I was, doing what I do best. The old freak of nature routine. Called myself the Psychic Flash. Hey, the old folks loved it. Me, I got fast, easy cash, and the occasional voodoo groupie. Your grandfather gave this to you on his deathbed. Very moving for you. Very boring for us. All right, ladies and gentlemen, anyone else out there have another? Her name was Lena Pozak. She looked like an angel, but she sent me to hell. With one shove, she sent my whole world spinning out of control. She showed me how to transmit my psychic self into the consciousness of others, to see through their eyes, hear through their ears. Real mind pirate stuff. Naturally, there was a price.
My father just killed himself. My sister may be in danger. I want you to go with me to a family gathering and be my eyes and ears.
Nah, I'm not the mind pirate type.
I think I can make it worth your while.
That your final offer?
Or maybe after, we can have another special lesson.
All right. Deal. No! What's Black Diamond? Some missing necklace?
Just the game. A silly old Russian game. That's where my father jumped from.
Ouch.
I tell you, Eric, my father was beaten, disgraced, but too stubborn to give up like that.
So we've just met our protagonist, Eric Fox. He's a genuine psychic, but he hasn't found a way to make money off of that other than running a cheesy lounge act for retirees. He can touch objects and read their history. But during his act one day, he meets Lena, who teaches him how to project his mind into the minds of others and see and hear what they see and hear. In exchange, she wants him to spy on her family during a family gathering. Her father died recently under suspicious circumstances. Now, this is a game that is meant to be played in several small runs. You're meant to piece the plot together part by part as you play and collect all of the game's different endings. However, I think the developers of this game made a mistake when they made assumptions about what a new player would do when they were first trying the game. I think that they thought that a new player would just sit there and watch the movies without doing too much interaction. In truth, what I and most new players did was click all of the icons like crazy to try and figure out what was going on. So even though this is the first run of the Let's Play, we're going to do something of a gimmick run. We're going to put the controller down and watch this game play out as if it was a movie. We're going to ignore the interactive part of interactive movie, and we're even going to ignore the detective part of psychic detective, because strangely, a hands-off run actually gives you a lot of the important foundational details necessary to understand the rest of the game. So don't worry about how confusing it might be to switch from different perspectives all the time. We're actually, for the most part, just going to be following Eric's perspective during this run.
That's my sister, Monica.
Cute.
Very cute, very weak and gullible.
Who's the plastic dress?
Maybe you can find out for me.
And him?
I don't know. My father had many students. Oh, my cousin Chad. If there's money to be made, he smells it. Keep an eye on him. And Monica.
Where will you be?
Me, you don't have to worry about.
Are you a friend of Karelia?
No, I came with Lena.
Idiot. The Republic of Karelia, the homeland, world of many lakes, of beautiful bounty. For example, genuine Karelian onyx, perfect for your sweetheart.
Might be overkill on the first date.
Come on. Perhaps you are a man who enjoys his recreation. A little game, a one-of-a-kind souvenir. Please. Notice the design, the uniqueness,
How do you play?
Oh, you must make the rules. A charming idea, no? I could accept no less than 200.
Have you no shame, idiot? Get your hands away. And you have no idea what you play with.
Somewhere between Halloween and rigor mortis, this lady had found her niche.
So you probably noticed all of these circular pictures popping up around the video. All of the pictures of faces are people that we can see and hear through, and all of the other pictures are things that we can interact with or choices we can make. These choices are only available for a short period of time, which really makes you want to click on them because they're going away fast, but we're not going to be clicking on any of them.
House party from hell. Not even a decent bean dip. I was getting itchy fingers. I went fishing for knickknacks.
Where are you now?
About 9 steps up. What'd you think?
I couldn't tell. You keep moving, even when you trespass. Like driving while part of you is asleep.
Hey, no one does autopilot like Eric Fox.
Just to make sure you caught that, the game just explained that when Eric is mind pirating someone, his body and mind sort of go into autopilot. So nobody around him actually suspects that he's unconscious. He continues interacting with people the way that he would if he was there.
Still don't know him, huh?
Oh, just some greasy little man. Not like you, my sweet boy, huh?
Yeah, thanks. Felt like a good time to get acquainted with Dad. What worked in the puka room was bound to work around here.
Nope, we're not going to be touching anything.
The house had seen better days. Better days, worse days. It was just starting to give a big wet kiss to the rotten days. And there was stuff all around keeping secrets. I wanted to find more.
So yes, you can click on things in this room in order to get insights in the form of brief psychic flashes, but none of those insights are going to make much sense until later anyway, so we're not really missing anything. Besides, would you want to touch any of this stuff? I know I don't.
Ten to 1. Sec Bethpa meant confidential. That sounded like a good time. Didn't anybody crack a smile in this country? Okay, maybe this was Papa's scrapbook of golden memories. So how come I had a full-on case of the rippling yayas? These people were running a game I couldn't quite see, but it was pulling me in.
Yeah, I guess I got pulled in by a game I couldn't quite see, too.
I got more than I bargained for, like sneaking into someone else's nightmare, feeling right at home.
I must ask you to go.
Your uncle was a big noise, a real player in the old country.
Paranormal espionage. That's all I'm allowed to say. But perhaps you would be interested in a little collectible?
Chadster, you're shameless. Maybe I was trying too hard. Maybe I stubbed my brain on something, because I was hearing voices, big time.
That's right. Come this way. All the way. Time to pay me a visit. Alone. I am Tikhonov. Madame Tikhonov.
I'm kind of impressed by how you can only see Eric in this mirror.
You are the hope. The one with the gift. I can smell it.
Yeah. You smell anything in here, you've got your own gift. I made a mental note. Be less amusing.
Come and sit. But not to touch the game. It is bad. The devil itself.
Eric suddenly leaps into Madame Tikhonov's mind at this point without warning us. This is what it looks like when Eric is in someone else's mind. The person who you currently are always has that golden border around their face. That kind of makes this the tutorial, which you wouldn't normally get to see if you were clicking around.
Bravo! Such a marvelous raw talent.
Thanks.
You cannot do this with everybody. Only with another psychic mind can you explore and talk. Or kiss. Or do the nasty things.
I think I'll take a rain check.
And only another psychic mind can show you a memory.
Normally when we see other people's memories, we see them. I have no idea what Madame Tikhonov is showing Eric right now.
I don't understand.
How can you? You think it is a big joke, playing with the power.
Oh, come on, it's a living. Mental sleight of hand.
It is more. Yes, you are scared. But you are the only one who can stop him.
Stop who?
No. Where is Chad?
In the study.
Quickly, go to him.
Oh no, not Chad. He had such a well-rounded character.
It didn't take a genius to play it out. I was coming down, she was going up. The door prize was a hunk of blood pudding.
What happened?
Oh, Chad sort of made a mess. Let's go. There he is.
So that's the end of our first run of Disc 1. Eric Fox discovered that this family has secrets. He saw a lot of characters that we don't really know anything about yet, and Chad tried to sell him a lot of things and then got killed. But most importantly, we learned that Eric Fox is the psychic chosen one, and he's the only one who can defeat him, whoever he is. You may think that that's not a lot of grounding to go off of, but if you're not doing this type of run first, it's honestly way more than you normally get.
I can see it now. Mental joyride turned psychic to jello. If I was heading for the brain blender, it wasn't going to be for some board game.
But what was Chad doing up there?
I told you, I don't know. I only saw the wingding downstairs.
What happened?
The kids playing the board game, the old lady with no teeth, lost her cookies, pissed off, spit flying everywhere. And what the hell was that?
Madame Tikhonov. She was my father's coach. She was a champion in Black Diamond. She even won a Carolean Cup.
Don't waste my time.
I'm trying to protect you.
Okay, English lesson. We say, I'm trying to blow smoke up your ass. So are we good night?
Watch, Monica. Just a little more. I do not trust this Mirage quest.
You're going?
I have to. Don't ask why. Just hate me if you must.
Go home, you idiot. How come I never thought about going home?
Hey, I'm the Let's Player. It's my job to point out those kinds of things.
Hey, bright boy. Want to get arrested? Go sit in the cop car. How are ya? Moki Valdez. You're that psychic kid. Flasho. Flash in the pan. I seen the act.
Okay. To my pal, Moki.
Listen, you little putz. You're flying blind. You need Moki. Moki knows the dirt. I collect it. Stored in my cheeks.
That would explain the breath.
Listen, you do me a little job, I clue you in. What do you say, Foxy? Time's a wasting. It's a midnight sale. Come on, now's the time, Foxy. Take it or leave it.
2 exotic bombshells. I end up with you.
Hey, kid, you haven't seen me dance.
I like Moki. He's kind of charming in a scummy way.
Pronounce it? Frick! What assholes.
So?
So, history lesson. The Black Diamond Campfire Girls, circa 1987. Vladimir Potsok. The KGB kissed his ass like it was sable. Know why? He made a little toy. The Psychic Collector. Little Lena, we know. Damn good psychic, but a skitsy broad with a psychopathic papa. Boo-hoo. Anna Slaznowitz, 8 years old. She boils a cup of tea by looking at it. Batting cleanup, Lexi Golitsyn. Power hungry, perk hungry, borscht-sucking asshole. Sergei Nazensko, your rival. Why does Vladimir put all his nutcases in one basket? Double the power, double the pain. Use all 4. We're talking frontal lobe trauma, paranormal warfare. Here's the gig. You piggyback inside and get to Max Mirage's table. Main room, far left corner.
It's not like I use a map.
Hey, I wouldn't know. I'm not psychic. I don't have the sexy gift. I just come from a clean, straight shot home where nobody messed me up.
What's that supposed to mean?
It means I know things. As usual.
Yeah, we would be able to take this opportunity to get into the club and do what Moki's asking of us, but...
Phone call coming in 2 minutes. Be there for it, and don't screw me.
we're not going to. We're just gonna stare into space. How's he gonna know the difference anyway?
Fox! Lucky psychic bastard, where are you? Inside? Halfway across the room? Here we go, kid. Что? Что ж на другой стороне все еще белая крыса? Нет, как я понимаю, я говорю со своим хорошим другом Максимом Сугоновым. I'll be talking to you again. Fox. Fox! Get back here!
Yeah, I'm with you.
How to play? Let's hear it.
You put the fear of God in him.
Oh, for real?
White as a ghost, Smoke.
Anyone hear him talking Ruski?
Just the whole damn room.
You're a lying little punk.
Maybe I couldn't get there in time.
Maybe you're full of crap. Why don't you go peep the psychic slut? That's about your speed. And if you're thinking of taking a ride in my head...
Now, Moki, you claimed not to be a psychic. And as we know from what Madame Tikhonov said earlier, we can only leap into the brains of psychics. So why would you be worried about us leaping into your head?
Psychic pizza. We know when you're hungry.
Why couldn't you watch Monica? Why couldn't you trust me a little longer? I mean, you ruin everything, Eric. Everything. Say something.
I quit?
On principle, of course. Not because you're running away.
Oh, you think I'm scared?
I can feel it. Even when you touch. Just before the flash, it's there. What happens if I don't come back? Or what happens if I come back like this? My father made this. Not to teach or to feel better, but to destroy my Sergei from inside out.
And you want me to use it?
You will come back. You are the best I've seen.
So there are multiple times during the game when you can use a psychic collector. This is what it looks like. And when you're powered up by a collector, you are able to look deeper into certain characters' psyches, as well as hop into the minds of people who are much further away than your normal range would allow. We're just gonna stare into space and completely waste this opportunity.
No! Sergei! He's my friend! Sergei! Pay no attention. He's gonna be fine. Focus now. Find Monica. Join her, no matter how far she is.
And even though we still have our controller on the floor, Eric is going to hop into Monica's perspective for a while.
Not a child. Not your child. Our house. Max and Monica.
You must drink to the dead.
Get out!
You don't know what you say.
I miss the good times.
No, you must not hear him. You cannot protect.
No, he won't accept. He made me come home. He made me come home because of you. I miss the good times. My self-esteem is no mirage. Get out! Get out!
Stop it! You will be adult. You will be a pozok. You see, boy? You see the power he has?
You have the right to remain silent. You have the right to an attorney. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law.
Fine. Lock me in my cell. You sure as hell couldn't keep me in my body. Interrogation is a bitch. I don't care how many cop shows you watch. When it's your butt on the hot plate, you don't just sweat. You sweat cottage cheese.
What kind of game is she running? How long have you known Sergey?
Long enough to hate his guts.
The one his woman?
You live with that old world nookie.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Where'd you hide the gun, Eric?
I told you. I was unconscious. She was holding this damn collector thing, and I was clear across town in someone else's head. You gotta believe me, that's what happened.
So that was disc 2. We managed to get some information out of Moki as far as who the members of the Pozak family are and what their history might be. Although what Moki might have told us if we had finished his mission for him, we will not know yet, as we decided to stare into space instead of even attempting to listen to the other side of the call that he was so interested in hearing. Lena was mad at us for not doing as she asked, and she showed us one of the psychic collectors, which were apparently used to harm poor Sergei's mind. She allowed us to use it to enhance our normal abilities and gain enough range to get into Monica's head. Monica seemed to be in the middle of a freakout, going ham on poor Madame Tikhonov, although we didn't get to see exactly how far she would go before we returned to our body, apparently having some difficulty adjusting to our interaction with the collector, too out of sorts to do anything about Sergei getting killed, and with the cops once again seeing us in the same room with a dead body, we were brought in.
Hey, Fox. Be a good boy. No 8th dimension crap.
I was sick to death of trespassing, head-hopping, transmitting. I needed time to think, to figure out what I do next.
What do you mean? We haven't been doing any of that.
Mayor Patterson answered allegations that the murders may have been motivated by anti-Karelian sentiment.
The Republic of Karelia has a spotless record of human rights. They have demonstrated to the world how a peaceful transition of power can be effected. And need I remind you, there's a very good chance we'll be getting a Wawashka bottling plant right here south of Market. I've heard all kinds of allegations, including several directed at Mirage Quest, the good people who have helped bring about this historical moment of pan-municipal sisterhood. Max Mirage is not only part of our thriving culture by the bay, but a solid citizen who has done more for this city in a scant 2 years than many of our elected officials do in 10. I think it's safe to say he's been an inspiration. I look forward to working with him in the future. I miss the good times.
The mayor would not explain that last remark and abruptly ended the press conference.
I miss the good times, huh? Monica kept saying that too. I wonder if it's important.
There was squat to do. Hard to keep the mind sharp. I thought about all the women I'd ever slept with. All the women I wish I'd slept with. All the women who called me shallow. All the women who never called me back. And then I thought about Lena. Lena and the collector. Which one did I want to see more?
When you need to refreshing for that mid-morning session, take a miss on the mocha. Try a sparkling wawushka. You get bubbles and a whole lot more. Bubbles you can lick, bubbles you can sip, bubbles that'll tickle the top of your lip.
Yes, Wawashka, the exotic sparkling water of the free world. Look for it in the unforgettable blue bottle.
Turn it down!
Bubbles you can sip, bubbles that'll tickle the top of...
Come on, somebody likes you, kid. Come on, hot shot, up. Get somewhere to go?
Front door sounds.
And yes, another reason why we're doing this run is that if you're out brain surfing while you're in jail like this, you do miss both of those radio broadcasts.
She'd be out there waiting, wouldn't she?
What's the matter, kid? You look disappointed.
I was hoping for a pony or maybe a blonde.
I got a real job for you. A real gimme. $1,000 and 30 minutes.
Doing what?
Sort of psychic seal of approval. Make sure my collector ain't a fake. Come on, kid. Clock's a ticking. That's my pal!
Maybe I just want to use the damn thing.
Kid, this is white hot. We snag a collector. We're big league. Psychic mercenaries. You with a brain, me with a Rolodex.
That collector belongs to Lena.
The hell it does. I shelled out cash 4 years ago.
So you say.
Don't you get it? Lexi never died. A face job and a lounge act worse than yours.
Max Mirage?
No, Wayne Newton. Come on, kid, get with a beat.
So Lexi, the psychic who worked with the KGB that Moki told us about earlier, is also Max Mirage, the character that the mayor was so happy to talk about in glowing terms on the radio.
Trash.
I could ask you the same question.
Strictly insurance. Make sure you got the genuine goods. You ready?
No, I gotta tape my ankles. Let her rip.
If I was Eric, I would not be in such a hurry to touch another one of these things. It doesn't seem pleasant. Well, this is going to be one of the longest staring contests yet. We could use the collector to hop into just about any character in the game right now, but we're not gonna.
The real thing? Yeah.
Did the earth move?
Oh, man. This is Bush League. This wasn't the deal!
You're right. I feel just terrible.
Son of a bitch!
Oh, the psychic flash. Go on, dazzle me. Mommy. Ooh, I'm your mommy now. Let's play house.
I do think it's cool how the usual UI of the game warps and twists like this when the collectors are messing you up in the head. It's pretty seamless.
God! Eric! Raina! It's gonna be alright. Everything's gonna be alright. The old lady will know what to do. Come. It's gonna be alright. Go on.
Burnt marshmallow. Ooh, think how you can train him, hmm?
Oh, I love your blouse.
I'll tell you what. You find the fourth collector, huh? And then you let the village idiot make a special delivery, and then maybe I'll give you back, little sister. Huh?
Why, the boy?
I've always wanted a pet.
Eric, come back to us. He only has 3. Otherwise, you are gone forever.
Are you sure he's all right?
Do not stir him up, lovebird. Take this. Get the collector. Challenge Lexi, the game.
You challenged the game. He already blitzed me.
No, we cannot face him. He has made you weak, but not so stupid. Choose your fear. Choose me. Find the scar, quickly, or else that little girl is destroyed.
No, you need your strength.
I'm not a warrior, I'm a slacker. A freak of nature. This guy is a killing machine.
You have to take care of me.
Have to? This isn't Corellia. You should run with the wolves.
Well, you run away?
Come with me. We can take this thing to Mexico right now. Start a new life, a new show. I'll touch objects, you look real moody. Why couldn't that work?
He's been listening.
So that was disc 3, and it's time to go back to disc 1 for the final showdown. And although we don't know much about our enemy Max Mirage, we have felt the sting of his psychic powers before, as while Moogie may have gotten us out of jail, he did lead us right into a trap. Whether it was intentional or not, it's hard to say. Now we know who the bad guy is and what's on the line. Or do we?
Don't squeeze me out!
But she's a Corellian, and so photogenic.
Well?
Trouble in the rat hole. Monica's up there, top floor.
Really? Well, what about Max?
He's waiting for us to make a move.
So am I.
Let's take him out.
I want to go.
Then go, but I'm holding this.
So yeah, Max has Lena's sister Monica, and that's why we have to confront him. Although even if we ran away, I'm sure he'd find a way to force a confrontation anyway. I'm sure it'd be a good idea to take advantage of the fact that his minion is angry with him right now. If only we were pushing buttons.
Is this a great country or what?
Mirage Quest. What a scam.
You know, only in America could someone declare war on depression. Depression's very important to Corellians. It makes all that boredom seem somehow pressing.
You're going to build the black diamond right here. A room full of sponge cake, every crumb in love with Lexi.
A humble beginning.
To what end?
Good seats at the ballpark, flank steak whenever I want, unlimited Wawoshka. It is a remarkable beverage.
You want Corellia on its knees. You're insane.
No, just a little bitter. Ah, so you've brought a toy. You are prepared to share with the class. Cold feet? I'm not surprised.
Yeah, we had an opportunity to use the collector that we brought with us there, but of course we took too long and now Max has it. You think it's real funny, don't you? Go on, have a big old laugh.
This is how you do it. No wasted motion, no parlor tricks. Say goodbye to the girl.
Go to the car.
No.
Harder. Don't you want to see her cry?
You think I need your help? You think I want you watching me? You're a cheerleader, a throw rug. Now move! Go!
Good boy. Daddy's good boy. Nobody wants to burn you. Just bring me the toy. These are the good times.
There's those good times again.
It's a simple game, really. You have your ugly thoughts, your little demons. I have mine. Which ones are stronger?
No way, man. You cannot make me push buttons on this controller.
Enough window shopping. Choose.
Oh, all right. I guess interactivity is actually mandatory in this section. So this is Black Diamond, and every run ends this way. At the top of the screen are 8 thoughts, and we get our choice of 4 to start with. Now, if you understand any of this imagery, or what some of these characters represent, you'll be in a much better place as far as winning this game is concerned. But seeing as we've only played this game once, and we never did anything during this run, we're pretty much screwed. But if you think back to what Madame Tikhonov said, she told us to choose our fear, she told us to choose her if we got the chance, and she told us to find the scar. Now, unfortunately, we have not found the scar, and frankly, I'm not sure that this is possible without finding the scar.
Your move. Try to be interesting.
But we're going to give it our best shot. The game basically works like rock, paper, scissors, with each of the thoughts having other thoughts that they beat, and it seems like each thought has sort of a power number that's hidden. If 2 thoughts have the same power level, they cancel each other out.
Be careful, boys. She'll suck you dry. She needs you to keep herself strong.
The only thing she needs is your ass on a platter.
So we were successfully able to use the Madame Tikhonov piece.
Did you really think you could be her knight in shining armor?
I wanted to help.
Too bad. You just damned her to hell. You're a little burnt up, aren't you? As if I needed a handicap.
You may remember a cigarette from some of Eric's visions. The cigarette is Eric's fear.
2 thoughts canceling each other out, like smothering a silent scream.
And yeah, now I've lost.
That one was particularly tasty.
The damn thing is rigged!
Well, take notes for some other lifetime.
Thankfully, there will be other lifetimes, and that's not the last time the game is going to reference that.
All aboard! Anyone want to ride? Yep, that's me. The babbling idiot and his new best friend.
I want cheap mine!
There's still a little part of me that's really smart, that knows what's going on.
I want ice cream juice!
Just doesn't get out much.
And that's been our first playthrough of Psychic Detective, Intense Brain Damage. As you can see, we got the Moki's Playmate ending. And after every ending, you get a little teaser about something that you may have missed in the playthrough that you just went through that you might want to investigate in your next playthrough. And yeah, I'm not a big fan of how unkind this game portrays this kind of mental unwellness. It's a trope that I'm glad we're avoiding these days. It's very, mid-90s. With Eric being the only psychic who could really challenge Max Mirage, he's now free to dominate whoever he wants. And it looks like Moki wasn't on Max's payroll, or at least Max wasn't terribly fond of him because he suffers the same fate. But in order to succeed in Black Diamond in the future, we're going to need to have a better understanding of the game itself, the characters, the concepts, all the thoughts that go into that final game. By understanding them, we can understand which pieces will defeat which other pieces. Although I believe I'm making it sound more complex and nuanced than it actually is, I think starting this way actually gives you some direction for what you want to learn in subsequent playthroughs. So yeah, while you may have thought of that as extremely confusing and strange, believe me when I say I actually curated a playthrough that is easier to understand than most people's first playthroughs would have been. Next time on Let's Play Psychic Detective, we will actually use our psychic powers and do things, which will make the game even more confusing, but is necessary in order to learn the things that we need to know in order to actually beat the game and get a happy ending, let alone all of the
14
or so endings that are actually possible to get. And some of those endings are very weird, and some of them have really obscure ways of unlocking them. I hope you enjoyed that episode, and I hope you'll stick with us for the rest if you're enjoying this playthrough. And if so, I'll see you next time. I miss the good times.